You know why Martin Luther King was considered one of the most dangerous people in America, so much so that the FBI conspired in the taking of his life? It's because he was pointing out one of the fundamental truths of our society, pulling back the veil so that the American population could see the truth behind how our society works. Like in this quote when he says, "This country has socialism for the rich and rugged individualism for the poor." And we know this to be true because what happened in 2008, what happened in 2001, what happened at any point in American history when there's a financial crisis, when the car industry, airline industry, or any other industry gambles with their money, loses, goes bankrupt, who bails them out? The American population. But when the American population need a bailout, there's no one to be found. Like in this quote where he says, "Capitalism does not permit the even flow of economic resources. With this system, a small privileged few are rich beyond conscience, and all others are doomed to be poor at some level. That's the way the system works. And since we know that the system will not change the rules, we are going to have to change the system." Again, pointing out that our economic system and way we do politics in America is not meant for the betterment of Americans. It's meant for the betterment of the rich. He goes on to say that the evils of capitalism are as real as the evils of militarism and racism. The problems of racial injustice and economic injustice cannot be solved without radical redistribution of political and economic power. Because in case you guys didn't know, Martin Luther King was a socialist. And the most dangerous thing that Martin Luther King did can be best summed up by a quote by Lyndon B. Johnson. I'll tell you what's at the bottom of it. If you convince the lowest white man that he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. If you give him someone to look down on, hell, he'll empty his pockets for you. Many times in Martin Luther King's life, he tried to unite the poor whites and the poor blacks against the economic powers that be that were oppressing everybody. And this is the thing that the rich and powerful fear the most, when we all realize that we are all being oppressed by the same system. Getting people to realize that all throughout human history, the playbook has been the same. The rich and powerful convince the ethnic majority of a country that an ethnic minority of the country are the cause of all their problems. But that doesn't make sense, because how could the poorest minority of a country be causing problems for the entire country? It stands to reason, wouldn't it be the most rich and powerful people in a country that are causing all your problems? Which is exactly what is happening. It's exactly what's been happening throughout all of human history. And Lyndon B. Johnson admitted it. And this happens over and over again in history, whether it be Germany in 1930s or America now. They went after the trans people. They went after the gay people. They went after women. They went after the Jewish minority, or today they're going after the immigrant minority. Either way, they're trying to convince you to be angry at your neighbors when they're not the problem. The people that are the problem are the ones who are controlling the system. And this is why Martin Luther King was considered a threat, because the day Americans realize that our enemy is not our neighbor, our enemy is not the poor minority of any group. The enemy has always been, and always will be, the people who control the country, who pit you against your neighbor, so that you never stop to look up and realize that the people that are causing all the problems are the ones that rule the world. And so long as you're angry at a minority, you'll never wake up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I appreciate your face.